My name's Nick Thompson. I'm the Facilities and Site Manager here at Torbridge High School. We have about nearly 300 teachers and staff here, and the pupil numbers are approaching 1,500. The whole site here will be not far short of 2,000. Clearview's a tool, and it's something that you need to use it, but once you get your head around using it and understand what it gives you, you're able to put into it. And I think it's a user interface that you need to use. Clearview gives me that assurance that I haven't got something draining power without knowing. With Clearview, I know it almost straight away. I'll get a ping on my phone at 2 o'clock in the morning and saying, the electric's gone off. I can come and do something about it before the kids come back. And that's something I think that Clearview is very good at. It's instant answers. Even though the app itself on the phone and on the computer works really well, and it's very intuitive, I can pick up the phone to Clearview. I've got technical help really whenever I need it. If you know how to use a mobile phone, you can use it, and it's very simple. But what it does do is it gives you historic access without too much faffing around. I can go through and quickly see my year's use or my 2 years worth of electric before I was here as site manager. I can go through and I can actually see the metrics of things going down, and I know that there are improvements. The simple things of turning the computers off, getting the lights sorted out so that they'll go on a shorter timescale on the absence detectors that we've got, making sure that we've changed over a lot of LED systems on the night lights, fitting photoelectric cells to the time clocks. All of these things individually you can't see, but on Clearview it builds up, and I can get a weekly and a monthly or almost a yearly view to actually see the little things make a difference. And with the backing with management, I can go in and actually physically show them, and they say, yeah, keep going, because it's actually dropping the bills. It's dropping the usage, which is obviously good for the cut-off carbon footprint, but especially with the price rises, if you're using less, you're spending less, and that's, I think, a big thing. Some of the positive parts that we've had in being able to show it was this summer holidays that we've got. The school is shut for 6 weeks. So this year, one of the first things that we did was go around, turn all the computers off, go around the plug sockets, turn everything off, make sure all the lighting was off. And we restricted a lot of the access for people coming in to make sure that I knew who was coming in, so that there wasn't lights going on left, right and centre and people running around the school. And we had a marked drop in our electric use. Now that was probably 6 or 7 hours work for the team to go round, but for 6 weeks to actually have a drop of about 28% in our electricity usage is quite remarkable for 6 solid weeks. The actual loss of time totally outweighed by the amount of money that you're saving. And it's not just money, it's that lack of carbon that you're actually using and pumping out there. But from my point of view, when you're running the school, it's giving me that ability to see what I have done or what I can do. We've got an AstroTurf up there, and there are 12 lamps up there, each burning 2 kVA, because they're the normal old-fashioned bulbs that we've got. I'm looking into getting LED, and LED is going to save us about 6 kVA, because at 5 to 7 p.m, when the lights are used, our electric goes 5-fold. We go into what we call the red zone, and that's when it's needed. So if I can actually drop that down by 6 kVA, that's a big saving on those. The lights are still got to be on, but you're saving it. And that will actually prove that I can actually say, look, the sports centre, because it's individually on this, the sports centre at 5 o'clock, you get a peak. If that can lessen that peak, but they're still using it, then that's going to save us an increase that we would normally have to shelve, and then it makes it more expensive for people to rent. It would be there if we hadn't done it, but I wouldn't know how much it would be. It wouldn't show up on your bills. You'd get your bills a little bit less, but you wouldn't know why. You know, on this one, when our electric bill comes in for the quarter, I'll know that 6 weeks of that quarter will be lower. And if I compare that bill with the previous year, there'll be a saving, I'm estimating a saving of about £1,500. So that's a lot of money. That's a lot of money. You know, if you're working that on a weekly basis, that pays for our minibus. I think you need to see the reward for your work. If you're doing something but you don't know why, or what's the point. But if you can actually do it, I can do this with my team. I can show my team, look, this is what we saved this year. This is what we've done. You know, I think things like that are very important to actually prove a result. You know, it's great. It's great saying, yeah, we save money. And how much? You know, where did you save your money? Whatever, you know, and on this, I say, that electric in Austin building or Tenzin building, those individual buildings, some of them are very low anyway, but you just drop it a little bit, you can see it, you actually physically see something that we've dropped that a bit. How have we done that? Oh, that's the new LED lighting we've put in. I think that's important, just to see something to go, yeah, it's working. It's important that I've got something like that measuring things for me. It gives me a little bit of comfort, if you know what I mean, that I can spot if something's going to go wrong because the metrics are there, you know.